give it another minute, and then we'll go into the regular meeting. All right, there being no comments, I make a motion to close the public hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. So now I am going to call to order this regular town board meeting on July 12th, 2022. We will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 14th, 2022 town board meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Before public discussion tonight, we have a special guest. Dan Harkenreiter, our Recreation Director, is here and wants to make some comments to the community. If you want to come right up to the mic.
Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Dan Harkenreiter. I'm the Recreation Director for the Town of Clinton. I guess first and foremost, I'd like to thank the board for the enormous support this year in 2022. It's actually the beginning of the year with help of Carol Mack, and we actually recruited quite a few members. So we have a pretty strong group right now of members for the rec committee, and it has really shown with all the different programs that we've had. Okay, we've started numerous clubs. Just to name a few, I mean, they're all on the website that we have all the clubs. We have a hiking club, which actually they had a hiking thing July 9th at Red Pond, or Red Pond's gonna be August 13th. But they're assisting Mountain, July 9th, another hiking one on August 13th. And the hiking goes second Saturday of the month. We have a knitting club, a card club, which the card club actually took a little break over the summer because I think most of them are teachers and I guess they want to relax a little bit. But you know how that goes with teachers. I can say that because my wife was one, she just retired, so. We have a concession stand now down at the rec park. It's called the Snack Shack. It did open up during the camp, the week we've had camp. So last week and this week it's been open during the week, and the kids, I guess they like the dollar chips. They go nuts over it. Even though they got snacks in the bag, they, lunch, they still got to get those little bags of chips or whatever they are, So that's going well. Then it's going to be open on weekends after camp. Throughout the summer, we'll see how that goes. Wi-Fi has been installed down at the park, which I think everybody knows that. It's just some of the old stuff I was going over. Camp, like I said, it started. We're in our second week of it. We'll have another 2 weeks of camp the first 2 weeks of August. Kids are swimming. We're doing swim lessons with the lifeguards. We're going to do a basketball clinic in August. It's going to be the first 4 Tuesdays of the month to be a basketball clinic. And also, we're gonna this past week we had a food truck and a concert down at the park, and I think it was successful. I was pleasantly surprised how many people showed up. We do have another one this Thursday. Food trucks at 5:30, concerts at 6:30. Then also we're gonna have our first ever movie night down at Fran Mark on July 16th, Saturday night. We're gonna be showing Home. It's gonna start about 8:45, 9 o'clock, depends how what time gets dark. Okay, so I will be hosting that, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes well. Okay, some new business things we're doing is Carol has set this up with a weekly senior drop-in. We were doing this with Pleasant Valley. They can just go to the town hall, do what they call a drop-in. There's 10 o'clock's coffee and snacks, and they do cards, bring your own lunch, and they do bingo in the afternoon. Flyers will be sent out. And there's also senior trips that we're coordinated with LaGrange and Pleasant Valley. So that's another ongoing thing. They can get in touch with Carol Mackin if they're any interest in that. Just to mention again, we do have a grant for Friends Park. We're going to replace the whole fence, including the backstop, the outfield fence, everything at Fran Mark Park. We're gonna put a path over to the bathrooms, and they're all gonna be handicapped accessible. And then from there, hopefully we can increase on the playground and put a little bit more TLC into the park over at Friends, okay? As I mentioned earlier, we're gonna, music in the park and food truck. We're doing 2 in July and another one in August, the 12th. Actually gonna be 2 in August. So we'll see how it goes, but we're pretty excited about that. And there's just a lot of things out there. I don't really need to go into the details because I think I only have 3 minutes, so I could probably go on for 20. But there's a lot of things in the pot as far as what we're doing for recreation. I'm pretty excited, and I need to thank the town, the highway department. Anytime I ask them for the highway to do something, they're right on it. So I greatly appreciate it, and I love the support. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Does the grant, I forget, on the park, does that also include the baseball field, or is that?
Yeah,
a
it's gonna
separate thing?
be a fence around, for the ballpark.
For the
Not the
ballpark.
field itself, the fence.
Yeah,
Pretty much what's there now is the fence. We're gonna replace it because I think it's 54. Whenever the
Right.
Friends Park was installed, that's how old the fence is.
right.
It was there
That's
when
the-
I played Little League there.
Yeah, so it's 10 years
That
old.
that wasn't terribly long ago, was it?
So it's somebody called that one.
Thank you.
So yes, but they're gonna replace the fence that's there.
Thank you, Dan.
Any other questions? All right.
Great,
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Is anybody going to have public comment for anything on the agenda? No? So we'll move on to supervisors' comments. The COVID-19 pandemic has been fading from our consciousness over the last few months, and I know that many of us would like it to be permanently in our rearview mirror. Unfortunately, there is a new variant that has been spreading rapidly compared to previous variants. The good news is that this variant shows evidence of being less deadly than the previous ones. This is all to say that the town of Clinton is currently identified by the CDC as having a moderate risk level, so please take appropriate precautions, especially if you happen to have pre-existing conditions that would put you at an increased risk of severe disease. In the past months, I've used this time to update residents on the status of our community choice aggregation program. The third-party supplier, Columbia Utilities, was attempting to leave the agreement, thereby forcing 25,000 customers to the higher electricity rate being charged by Central Hudson. The attorneys for Jewel have been in negotiations to resolve the problems. Early reports have indicated that we will be able to finish the current contract with rate changes for without rate changes for our residents, although the company administering the supply side of this may change. As always, I will continue to give updates when appropriate. I wanted to announce that on July 30th is the Spaceman Shootout 3-on-3 basketball tournament. It's a tournament that helps raise money and awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. If you have a team and would like to, 3-person team and would like to register for the tournament, the registration is open until this Friday. You can contact me at townsupervisor@townofclinton.com or call my office for a registration form. All residents, or non-residents even, are welcome to stop by and watch the tournament. There will be activities for adults and children throughout the day, and it is a worthwhile event. I did want to highlight, and Dan touched on some of this actually, I wanted to highlight projects that the town has been working on this year. Starting soon, residents are going to see the Masonic Hall being repainted. There's a new heating system being installed in the highway garage. We expect to begin work this fall on an accessibility ramp on the library, along with a new automatic door. The concession booth, or a snack shack, and Wi-Fi access at Mark Park has been added. We are currently preparing bids for the new fence and accessible walkways and bathrooms at Friends Park. And tonight, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, you may notice that we are in high definition now because new cameras and television equipment have been installed in this room. Unfortunately, Optimum still gives us a standard definition channel, so these cameras don't really go over Optimum that well. All of this is possible through the American Rescue Plan money and community development block grants. These improvements have kept the town clerk's and supervisor's office busy throughout the first half of the year, but we're excited to start seeing the results and for the community to benefit from all these projects. With that,
Do we have a schedule for the Masonic Hall? Any idea?
so
The painting?
they were hoping to start within the next couple of weeks, making sure that all of the insurance is in place. There was a little speed bump in that today, but it looks like it's going to be solved. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, they'll start there.
Okay.
Town board reports. Dean?
Yeah, so we skipped our meeting, which would have been 2 weeks ago. So our next zoning revision meeting is next week, and we will be furthering our discussion on the definitions, and we are looking for input. So if you have any questions, please go to the website, see the topics that we've been going over, and you can email me any changes or corrections or what have you. End of report.
Kathy?
There was not a library board meeting before this meeting, but I would encourage everyone to check their website for activities, because there's a lot going on. And don't forget, there are Friday night concerts here at Town Hall. It's provided by the library every Friday this month. The CAC has revamped the little garden out front, so that's pretty nifty. It looks very nice. And they continue their good work. They also meet after this meeting, so that's about all I've got. And then Highway, that report is on the website, but it would be the Allen Road paving that's the really only big news, and that's going to restart late this month when they get the equipment fixed. 26th of July, it will restart.
Elliot?
Okay, ZBA is continuing its discussion on the Cornerstone application. The meeting was held on the 23rd. Planning Board had 2 meetings, June 12th and the 26th, covered a range of topics, short-term rentals, variances, accessory dwellings, and soil and erosion permits, and so on. I did do a little research, a question that Dean raised at our last meeting, about how many STRs have come in for approval. We've had 6 so far this year, and we had 8 last year. I looked at the agendas with the planning board going back to January of 2021. So altogether, we've had 14 to date. Assuming we get another half a dozen this year, which is about the schedule we seem to be on, that will give us 20 as of the end of this year. My recollection, I think Michael can clarify this, we sent out something like 70
I think it was
letters,
65, yep.
65, so, and we have responses dribbling in. Arlene, I suspect, could tell us a little bit more in terms of, there are some out there that are in progress that have not yet come to the planning board. There are some I know who have come back and said, we're not doing this anymore, so take us off your list. And then, of course, there are some who are simply ignoring the letters. But it'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of a third will have responded by the time the end of the year rolls around.
So should we send out a certified letter?
Well, it may be
I mean,
time.
2/3, and we're a year and a half, almost
No,
2 years
actually,
now.
1/3.
1/3.
I'm saying
1/3.
only 1/3 responding,
Oh,
2/3 not
Yeah.
responding.
Well,
I mean, we should look at how many people
it may
did
be time.
respond and
Yes.
say, we're not doing this anymore,
Right.
or, you know.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
And
you
the
know.
ones who are in progress, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
but we should be sending a letter to the
Yeah,
other
absolutely.
2/3, and I would send them certified.
Yes. So it may be time to do that. When, maybe when the fall rolls around after the summer, when things start to happen again. Or we could, we can do it any time. It doesn't matter. We can do it
Well,
anytime.
now that we have a zoning enforcement officer.
So, it's been, what has it been, a year and a half since we sent those letters out?
Oh, no, no, it's
No.
been 6 months since they sent out
6
the
months,
first round.
so maybe we should give it a little bit more time.
I mean,
before
there
we
was
do.
no, when the law passed,
There was
letters did not go out
They did
immediately.
not go out, right.
In January, we got that going.
So there was a 6-month delay in getting the letters out.
But we were hoping by June, July, that people would have at least applied.
Yeah.
And then we could have scheduled them
Yeah.
in the process.
Also, maybe it is time then to do a follow-up mailing.
I think 6 months is plenty of time.
Yeah,
I think it's time.
All right, so
I am gonna follow up with that tomorrow.
then we'll do that.
Thank you.
Anything-
Anyway, so that's it for the reports.
Okay. Old business. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves resolution number 31 of 2022, hereby adopting local law number 3 of 2022 entitled Local Law Increasing Income Eligibility for Senior Citizen Tax Exemption, a copy of which is attached here too and made a part of this resolution. And be it further resolved that the town clerk directed to enter this local law in the minutes of this meeting and give due notice of the adoption of this local law to the Secretary of the State of New York. Is there a second?
Second.
In discussion, I am going to pretty much repeat myself from the public hearing, but that was not on camera. This law updates the income requirements for seniors looking to qualify for property tax exemption. The exemptions vary based on a sliding scale of income. Our current law allows seniors with incomes of $32,400 or less to receive an exemption. This proposed law will raise that threshold by $5,000 to $37,400 or less. Municipalities have the option to permit seniors to subtract from their incomes all medical and prescription drug expenses that are not reimbursed or paid by insurance. After discussions with our tax assessor and town attorney, I have left that option out as it would put an undue burden on part-time employees while benefiting a relatively small number of residents. We did have a very generous offer from a resident willing to volunteer to perform that job. Unfortunately, our town attorney believes that there are legal hurdles preventing us from allowing a volunteer to perform those tasks, including privacy concerns. Any other comments? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves spending $685 in ARPA funds to purchase the gutters of the pavilion and snack shack at Fran Mark Rec Park. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Have you updated your sheet of all the ARPA funds
Yeah,
recently?
yeah, the next meeting, I think we'll have to do another, update on where we are with ARPA. There weren't really many changes recently. It was
Okay.
this, but there is gonna be a change also to, the scanning project with Laserfiche. We actually lowered the price of it by
Right.
eliminating some things.
Yes.
So I'll update all those numbers and get them to us. And we are also getting the second payment this month. So another 206, the second half of our 216,000 is coming this month.
Yeah, I'd just like to see where we're at again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can, I'll update it this week and email it to you.
That'd be great, thank you.
Yeah. So I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the purchase and installation of gutters for the pavilion and snack shack at Fran Mark Park from Valley Seamless Gutters at a cost not to exceed $685. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. To you, Elliot.
Okay, I will submit a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved, town board approves the revised cemetery rules and regulations dated July 12, 2022. And basically, all we're doing here, you can see from the attachment, all we're doing here is bringing the regulations in line with the actual practice. When I developed the regulations 5 years ago, I put dimensions of a plot size, and frankly don't even remember where they came from. This has been 5 years, but we've never followed them. And in fact, what's there now, or the proposal for the new dimensions, are standard dimensions that are followed by Cole Rockley and also by the cemeteries as well. So that's the purpose of the resolution.
Did you make the motion?
You did.
Yes.
Oh.
Second.
I second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Moving on to new business. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the grant agreement between the town of Clinton and the John T. Sloper Community Fund of the Community Foundation of the Hudson Valley in the amount of $4,252 for the purchase of 2 AEDs, and authorizes, empowers, and directs the town supervisor to sign this agreement. Is there a second?
Second.
In discussion, Kathy Gallinger, the secretary in my office, performs a yearly check of all of our AEDs. This year, she discovered that several needed battery and pad replacements, and that we could add a couple of AEDs throughout the town property, one at Fran Mark Park and one in the schoolhouse building. She recognized that the large expense that this represented and took it upon herself to look for grant opportunities. She applied for and was awarded this grant, and I'd like to thank Kathy for going above and beyond her job description for securing these funds.
So we can use the existing ones.
We're
the two new
replacing the
ones.
batteries in existing ones
okay.
and buying 2 new
And
ones.
2 new ones.
Yeah.
Just, thank you, my question was going to be, where are they, but just so it's clear, the lifeguards always have an AED at Fran Mark Park. This will
Yeah.
be, I assume, a stationary one in addition to the one that they
Yes,
carry with them. Okay,
yes. So when lifeguards aren't on duty, if something were to happen.
right, which is great.
Yeah.
I just wanted people to not think that there wasn't an AED there when.
Thanks for the clarification. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the purchase and installation of a replacement compressor through TechCon at a total cost not to exceed $6,100.
Bless you.
Is there a second?
Second.
Recently, the air conditioning here in the town hall stopped working, as you may notice tonight. It happened right before primary voting day, and I want to thank, again, Kathy Gallinger for supplying us with fans, and Carol
It
and...
also happened right before you went on vacation,
Yes.
oddly enough.
Carol and Elliot for coordinating the fans and making it bearable for those that came in to vote. The compressor for this air conditioner unit needs replacement, and most of the replacement is in the labor because the compressor is located above our heads in a crawl space, making it very difficult to replace.
Hopefully it will not fall on us.
Yeah. So, any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves the seal coating of Franmark Park walkway and handicap parking spot by Mackin Seal Coating at a cost not to exceed $450. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
When are we looking at doing that?
Yes, Dan.
When is the time period, Dan? When camp ends, so August, end of August?
Next
Still,
week, next week.
All right, so the 2 weeks in between. Yeah, okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
aye.
All right.
Aye. Motion carried. Resignations. I make a motion that the town board accepts the resignation of Maya Goer Palenzuela from the CAC effective June 14th, 2022. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I'm adding one. I make a motion that the town board accepts the resignation of Eric Sternberg effective July, as maintenance worker, effective July 30th, 2022. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Appointments. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Alice Bacon to the CAC, filling the unexpired term of Maya Goer Palenzuela from July 12, 2022 to December 31st, 2023. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Marilyn Donahue to the CAC to a new partial 2-year term from July 12, 2022 to December 31st, 2023. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Amanda Tiedemann as substitute employee effective July 5th, 2022. Is there a second?
Second.
In discussion, I just want to point out a substitute.
What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, substitute employee is a new little trick that we have found. We can assign this person to varying tasks, and they will be paid the wage appropriate to that task that we have in our budget. So if they're doing a clerk thing, they can do a clerk thing. If they're working at the rec park for the camp, they can get paid for that. So in between camp, we're gonna have Amanda doing some things in the office for us.
So this is full-time? This is not?
No,
season?
it's gonna be, we just worked it out today. She will do no more than 20 hours over the next 2 weeks while camp is out.
Oh,
She's gonna work in the office. Basically the hours that Samantha Campbell was doing.
So
Okay.
she's your paid camp counselor when camp is in session, and
Yes.
when
And
that's
then
not
in
happening,
between
she's
those
gonna
weeks,
come.
she's gonna do some work in the office.
Nice.
And when Samantha comes back, then?
Then it's done.
Got it.
She'll be back at college anyway.
Got it. Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Elena Damp as a camp volunteer effective July 5th, 2022. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Kaylee Byron as gate guard effective July 5th, 2022 at a rate of pay of $13 per hour. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the appointment of Allison Hewitt to the position of lifeguard effective July 5th, 2022 to September 7th, 2022 at a rate of pay of $15.30 per hour. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are we at full strength now with lifeguards?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we're doing well.
okay.
Approval of warrants?
Make a motion, be it resolved, the town board approves the July general fund warrant vouchers number 296 through 350 totaling $107,991.35, and the July highway fund warrant vouchers number 149 through 168 totaling $54,445.19, and the July Capital Fund warrant voucher number 4 totaling $153.21. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion that the town board approves the following resolution. Be it resolved that the town board approves resolution number 32 of 2022, a motion to move funds at the July 12th, 2022 town board meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I make a motion to approve the supervisor's report for June 2022. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Public discussion? I make a motion to open the meeting to public discussion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Joyce?
Thank you. Hi. Yes, I'm Joyce Morse. I'm a newly elected library trustee. So I want to bring to your attention an event that will take place on July 23rd at the library. The library will host the Rhinebeck Writers Retreat event, Meet the Writers, from 5 to 7 p.m. It will feature the collaborators for the newly commissioned jazz blues opera, That Hellbound Train. Please join us to hear about the writing process and preview the music. Also, please look for the library budget proposition petitions that will be available at the Friday evening concert series. Thank you.
Thanks, Joyce.
Hello, hi, Rich Morse from Hollow Road. I want to put in a plug for the Historical Society. Craig Marshall, every year, does a phenomenal job on his summer exhibits. This year, the topic is farming from 1900 to 1920, before motorized equipment comes in. And he's done a great job, and it would be nice if more people took advantage of it and saw it. Last Sunday, maybe Catherine, you can talk about this. The goats were there, and they had a goat milking demonstration, which I understand was a great success. And going along with the Historical Society, I want to put a plug in for Community Day, which will, of course, take place at in front of the Historical Society with the parade and whatnot. But what I want to mention tonight is there's going to be a meeting this coming Thursday. The meetings are going to be twice a month. And we need a community coming out and supporting this. The meeting this month will be at the Franmark Rec Park. I think it's at 5:30?
5.
At 5 o'clock. It's a good thing somebody knows. And we'd like to have a good turnout there and give us a hand. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. Community Day is September 3rd, by the way, and after that 5 o'clock meeting is a 5:30 food truck and concert at the park, if you wanted to be there for that.
People have to stay. They're not allowed to.
They have to stay. Any other comments? No? Not even from my favorite resident. All right, I make a motion to return to the regular order of business. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Anything else? I make a motion that the town board adjourns this meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
102.